Okay then, it's early March. We've had a hell of a lot of rain that's washed all the roads clean, and we've had what appears to be a lovely day. It's sunny and it's warm-ish. So I've decided to just have a little spin. It's nice just to get out on the bike after it's been garaged up for 3 or 4 months. Just have to be a little bit careful. Although it hasn't been a particularly bad winter, the roads are really breaking up. There's some horrendous potholes. The main reason, I'll put my visor down. The main reason I've decided to have a little run out, apart from giving the bike an airing, I want to try and get to grips with this new camera, this Prism Tube. I'm not getting on with it very well at the moment. Not the camera's fault, mainly mine. I've been out a couple of times on some good days during the winter, and the footage I've shot using the camera has been absolute rubbish. It's not actually been pointing where I wanted it to point, and I've finally figured out what the problem is. It's the bracket that clamps to the helmet. Seems a good idea, but it isn't really. I've not found it any good anyway. The problem I've got with it is that I've tightened it up as much as I dare tighten it without splitting the shell of the helmet, but when you're trying to turn the camera on and off, the little slide switch, the collar, it's not the smoothest action in the world, and so when you're trying to turn it on, you finish up moving the camera, well, the whole bracket actually, with the camera on it. The clamp-on bracket kind of tilts, so you finish up shooting the floor. Anyway, I've ditched that clamp-on bracket now, and I've gone on to the self-adhesive one that comes with the camera. That's what I'm using now, so I'll be able to see if I've been any improvement and whether I've successfully got the camera pointing where it needs to be. So I'm just out for a little tootle about, really. Considering the amount of rain we had yesterday, it absolutely bucketed it down. It were running down roads and streets. It's dried up pretty well. I've got to say, it feels really good to be back out on bike. I've got to confess that as I've got older, I've become more of a fine weather rider. In my youth, I'd be out in all weathers, whether there was salt on the roads or not, but I don't know. If you don't have to ride a bike in bad weather, you know, if it's not your only form of transport, if it's for pleasure, then I don't really see the point in getting it ruined, really, because the salt doesn't do 'em much good. And I'm not the keenest of motorcycle cleaners. I do clean it, and hopefully when I clean it well, but I don't like doing it regularly. I'd rather pick my days and try and keep the damn thing clean. I think we'll head down into Matlock. I know if I head towards Cromford, it'll be like a lake down there. So I'm heading down towards Tansley, just outside Matlock. I don't know about you folks, but I'm usually that busy watching the road and other traffic, I tend to miss the speed restriction signs. And then I'm thinking to myself, what speed should I be doing along here? I copped that one though. Just looking at the old odometer, I've now done 780 miles on the old T120. Can't really report any gripes or problems yet, I suppose this time. I still enjoy riding this bike. Whoops, watch them. Yeah, it's daft as it sounds, it's relaxing. I don't know how you can be relaxed on a motorbike. I know you've still got to keep alert, but it's so easy to ride. Here's Matlock. Got to say, I haven't been along this road for a good while. I could turn left down here and go over where what they call Starcombs, but that will be very damp up there. So I'm going to be a wuss and stick to the main road. Got to make a decision now. Do I go through Matlock Bath? Yeah, I will. My visor up. Old river looks high. I've made a couple more mods to the old bike over the winter. I don't know whether you can see actually, but my bar end mirrors finally arrived. I'm very pleased with these. They don't, not as obtrusive, I would say, as the original chrome things. You don't notice them so much. But you do get a good view from behind you. The other thing I had done, I was toying with the idea and I went ahead with it. I've had the front and rear mudguard repainted. My bike's the aluminium silver and cranberry red. Well, the mudguards just come in the silver, and I fancied a cranberry red stripe down the middle with the gold pinstriping. So I've been taking it to a place at Ripley in Derbyshire, Joe Black's 8 Ball, and they've done it for me, made a really nice job. I'm really pleased. Right, coming into Matlock Bath. I'm not sure how long the battery's going to last on this camera, because I did charge it up, but it were a few weeks ago. It's been just sat about waiting for weather to pick up. One or two bikers having a coffee. Oh, here we go. Another lake. I'd forgotten about that one. From Gulliver's Kingdom. Masson Mills on the left. They had a Airy Bikers did one of their shows from there. That series they did on like the Industrial Revolution, all things mechanical. Certainly not planning on turning in front of him. Well, this is Cromford. Busy as ever. I could go up via Gallia. I know for certain that's going to be pretty waterlogged. So I think we'll head up towards Carsington Reservoir. Just be careful round here, because you get a lot of stuff washed over the roads when it rains heavy. I want to turn right up here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven now. They're breeding. Those look quite impressive when you come over Brow Hill. Keep getting that little squeal from front brake every now and again. I was thinking I may have made a mistake coming this way, because the road just around here is usually slowed up in crud. Well, we'll find out. You have to take it steady, otherwise you come round this corner, if it's all sludgy you can finish up in a big heap on the floor. So far so good. Here we are. Not too bad actually. Usually a damn sight worse than that. Oof. Visor back down if I want a face full of water. Yeah, that'd catch you out a bit, wouldn't it, if you come round there unawares, with it cranked over. And they certainly do give it some gas round here, because it's one of favourite biking roads, these twisty bits just here. I think it's fair to say not all the roads have dried out thoroughly just yet. Good God, look at this mess here. Oh. Yeah, it won't take you long to finish up in A&E if you come belting down here. There's one thing you can always rely on in the Peak District. It's filthy roads. I'm not going back through Bakewell, not making that mistake again. Not when it's market day. Just heading into Chatsworth Park. It's looks pretty boggy.